If you somehow removed all of the blood vessels in your body and tied them together, you might think it would be about this long. But the human body has thousands of these tiny vessels that weave in and out of every body part. And with all of them combined, if you started in New York, your blood vessels would make it all the way to the Grand Canyon. It would go on to reach all the way across the Pacific Ocean, over Japan, Asia, and all of Europe. And not only would it make it all the way back to your starting point, but it would be able to make this trip 2 to 4 times over.
The tool suctions onto the fake eye before completely plucking it out. Then it's wiped clean and polished and pressed back into the socket. You see, years earlier, an infection had destroyed his eye, and doctors couldn't save it. So he worked with an expert to set a real 2-carat diamond in the middle of his new prosthetic eye. And now it catches the light with every blink. If you sink your teeth into a block of ice and get them really cold, and then you take a sip of hot coffee, could your teeth crack from the heat? Well, your teeth are made of hard outer enamel built to handle changes in temperature. For it to crack, the cold teeth would have to rapidly be heated up to 700 degrees Fahrenheit, and coffee just isn't that hot. But if your teeth already have chips or hidden cracks, that heat could actually split them wide open. When they find a dinosaur skull, it gets cleaned, scanned, and turned into a model, and an artist adds skin over every bone and socket. But because they only have the skeleton as a reference, the finished dinosaur looks bony. Now, living animals have fat and soft tissue, meaning dinosaurs could be fatter than we think, with crests and feathers that we could never predict from just the bones.
If you grabbed Earth, shoved it into a massive microwave, and powered it on, would it turn into a churning glob of fire and ruin? Well, the microwaves would make every bit of moisture on Earth's surface vibrate, causing the water in the ground to heat up, and the oceans would begin to steam as the water on top boiled away. But these waves could only reach a few inches down, and that's because microwaves aren't strong enough to pass through solid rock or deep layers of water, meaning only the thin outer shell would actually bake.
He sank his teeth into the snake and bit it twice. And he did this immediately after the snake had bit him. You see, locals believe that biting snakes actually returns the venom, pulling it out of your bloodstream and giving it back to the creature. And this snake did die on the spot. The man was rushed to the hospital, given antivenom, and released the next day. So whether it was the medicine or the myth, this time both may have worked.